Live. This is News Channel 8 Today on your side.
Taking a live look here at Max Fender 8 radar. Temperatures quickly ramping up this morning. Already 86 degrees in Tampa. This after Tampa hit an all-time heat record this weekend. Juliana Mejia will tell us how high the temperatures are going to climb today and where we could see some scattered showers.
And learning from mistakes to become more resilient against any future storm. What Hillsborough County neighbors can expect to learn today.
Plus, a taste of the holidays in July, how Publix is getting an early start with a favorite sub this summer. Well, thanks for being with us here at 5 o'clock on News Channel 8 Today. I'm Chris Martinez.
And I'm Avery Cotton. Let's get right to Juliana this morning because it was so hot this weekend.
It was impressive how hot it was. I mean, all-time new records for Tampa at that, and current temperatures right now setting us up for potentially a similar day today. At the very least, likely to see some records tied today, if not broken, for downtown Tampa. Current temperatures in the low 80s, if not the mid and upper 70s. I've gotten some Weather Watcher emails saying that they're in the 80s right now. Bartow at 79, 80 for Sarasota, 77 for Zephyr Hills, and more of those 80s here along the bay. So good morning to all of you. Hopefully getting out and about, especially taking the dog for a walk, for example, as early as possible. A heat advisory is active beginning at 12 p.m. That's active through 7 p.m. today. Because of high temperatures climbing into the upper 90s this afternoon, feeling like the triple digits, but not only feeling like the triple digits, feeling that way for hours on end throughout the entirety of the afternoon. So I really want to emphasize safety when it comes to heat. This afternoon, I'm forecasting about 98 degrees for a high temperature for downtown Tampa, with the chance for some scattered showers and storms. I do think these hold off, though, until the later afternoon and into the evening. I'll time it out for you here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Juliana. New this morning, Largo police officers responded to a scene at a gas station just before midnight. This is what it looked like at this 7-Eleven on 10 Missouri Avenue North in the early hours of the morning. Information is limited right now, but we are waiting to hear back from authorities to find out if anybody there was hurt. Tampa police are investigating after a shooting at a park left one person hurt. Investigators say a man and woman were getting out of a car in the parking lot of Woodland Terrace Park when someone began shooting at them. The man was shot and taken to the hospital. A bullet also went into the back of a nearby home, but it did not hit anybody. Investigators say they think the suspects and victims knew each other, and there's no threat to the public. Happening today, Hillsborough County leaders are helping families prep for future hurricanes.
They're hosting the final Make a Plan Monday, providing experts with essential information about storm safety. 8 on your side's Beth Rousseau live for us with a look at their focus for today's session. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. So last year's storms proved that there's a ton of prep work that has to happen before a storm hits, and oftentimes you're not thinking about it until one is already barreling towards your direction. Today, experts with Hillsborough County, they're going to gather here at the Public Safety Operations Complex to talk about evacuations and what you should be doing immediately before leaving and evacuating for a storm. They're going to go over shelters, which ones are designated to help those with special needs and allow pets, and how to get there. Ways to make mobile homes specifically more resilient. Experts are also going to handle discussions about financial assistance that are going to be available for business in the immediate aftermath of a storm. This is the third and final Make a Plan Monday. During the previous 2 weeks, what we've learned are about home prep and handling boats and electric vehicles.
These large lithium batteries present a bit of a hazard and a extinguishment challenge for the fire service. These fires can be very dangerous. It's not something that you as a consumer are going to self-control. The best thing to do is to get away from the vehicle and let the professionals handle the situation.
So here at the Public Safety Operations Complex, this is where experts are going to be gathering for that third and final Make a Plan Monday. It starts today at 10, runs until 12 o'clock. We'll have updates and tips from these experts during our newscast later on this afternoon. We're live in Hillsborough County. Beth Rousseau, 8 on your side.
The bunch. Also today, it is your last chance to give your input on what the future could hold for Pasco County. You can learn about the Pasco 2050 plan and also sharing your ideas for the county for the next 25 years. The open house is happening at the New River Branch Library today from 6 to 8.
Well, a man is in jail this morning accused of carrying out 2 bank robberies in Sarasota. Deputies say 25-year-old Christopher Borchardt demanded money from a teller in 2 separate incidents at the USF Credit Union on Clark Road. Both were reported about a month apart from each other. The last one happened about a week ago. It's unclear how much money was stolen. Well, officials from across Tampa Bay are graduating today from a unique mental health certification program. It's part of an initiative to provide officers the tools to take care of themselves and each other. This year's class includes graduates from St. Pete, Tampa, Tampa International Airport, Largo, and Bradenton Police Departments. The ceremony is happening at the St. Pete College All-State Center from 3 to 6.
This morning, thousands of students are waking up feeling ready to rock their first day back to school. More than 30,000 backpacks were distributed at the annual Back to School Bash at Ray J over the weekend. Kids were also able to get fresh haircuts, medical checkups, and other resources. WWE superstar and organizer Titus O'Neil tells us it's all about making everyone feel welcome.
We get excited in WWE about WrestleMania. This is my WrestleMania for school and for our students and for our teachers that work so hard, that are underpaid and undervalued.
School is set to start in 2 weeks from now in Hillsborough County. Classes kick off Monday, August 11th.
Oh, the temperature is expected to soar again today. Officials are warning people to stay alert if you have to be outside. They say it's important to keep an eye out for signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. That includes heavy sweating, cold skin, nausea, and vomiting.
Please listen to your body in this situation. If you start feeling like lightheaded, weak, get out of the elements, get inside, and hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Now, a reminder from officials, government buildings and libraries, they are open to the public if you need to catch an AC break from the heat.
Max Defender 8, the most accurate weather radar in Florida. Sponsored by ArmorView Window and Door.
Well, checking in with where we're at so far this morning, off to a very warm start, at least nice and quiet. No really weather worries so far to get your work week started. Some mainly clear skies, but definitely feeling the mugginess out there. We're going to continue to feel that all day long today, and that is part of the reason what makes this heat so dangerous is how persistent it is, and there really is no relief throughout the entire day. And so you really want to make sure you're staying hydrated if you have to spend time outside, and at that, a lot of time outside for some of us. 98 degrees with a 50% chance of some scattered areas of rain and storms throughout the afternoon, primarily into the evening hours. You can see the coverage for today. I do think the I-4, I-75 corridor have a good chance of seeing that coverage, as well as areas along the coast as these showers track generally from the north and towards the south, if not southwest, throughout the second half of today. Now, looking ahead hour by hour, planning out the day ahead, rather, building cloud cover through the middle of the day. So we've got quite a bit of sunshine, which is also part of the reason why we're going to be warming up rather quickly by about 9 a.m. already in the upper 80s. Some spots likely already climbing into the low 90s. Upper 90s by about 3 o'clock today. I've got a closer look at that here in just a moment. Dan, how are things looking for you?
All right, thankfully things are off to a pretty nice start at 5:08 on your Monday morning. If you're waking up and getting ready to head up I-75 in the Pasco County area, that ride through Wesley Chapel headed toward the Apex, making your way into Tampa. We're talking about 15 minutes from that Joe Road exit. Down in Manatee, Sarasota counties, that's where the bulk of our problems lie. It all stems from construction, so that just means some lane closures. Thankfully, not a lot of backups. Traveling through Bradenton, heading northbound on 75, right near the State Road 64 exit, you'll notice that 2 lanes are blocked due to crews actively out there working. A little further south, it's going to be the southbound lanes of I-75 through Sarasota. That's heavily impacted this morning. Passing by that University Parkway exit, you'll notice the left lane is blocked. And as you continue heading southbound near Bee Ridge Road, a right lane is blocked as well. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Dan. Well, a little boy at MacDill Air Force Base is competing to become Toddler of the Year.
Yes, James was born on Leap Day last year. His father is a veteran, is stationed at the Air Force Base. Toddler of the Year is a national online contest for children ages 2 to 3 in partnership with the toy company Hasbro. The winner will receive a $25,000 cash prize and also start a national ad campaign. Look how cute James is right there. If you'd like to vote now, just go to the story on WFLA.com. And just ahead this morning, much needed aid finally reaching the Gaza Strip.
What may have pushed the Israeli government to open the borders, and a wheel flies off of a plane seconds before takeoff. How one passenger describes the chaotic moments.
Plus, the Bulls gearing up to get back to the field today. What you can expect as USF's season opener nears.
Install our free WFLA streaming app. Watch live newscasts, plus original content like Tracking the Tropics. It's available right now on Roku, Apple TV, Samsung Smart TV, and Fire TV.